Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. This is another episode of Sports Punch. We hope that you enjoyed this weekend's round of events as far as football goes, because it was pretty damn exciting. Keith Too Tall, would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, at least one of the games for sure. The second game, first game was a little asathon.
How you like it?
I
That's how you
mean,
like it.
it didn't go the way you wanted to go. Seattle, shout
No.
out to Seattle.
You ain't shit.
The marks out the miseries.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit, damn it.
One of my coworkers was like, "Are you?" I was like, "Cause I'm rooting for the Seahawks to win." She was rooting for the Rams to win because her team is 49ers and they rivals with, of course, with the Seahawks. So she's like, I've been hating them all my life. You just
Mm,
and you just rooting against LA because of last week. I'm like, you damn right. Like,
mm.
I don't care if it's 1 week or years of this stuff. You knocked us out. You on the shit list. Nah, but, they
It's
got
all
us. But
love. It's sports. It's competition, and you feel
oh
how
yeah,
you feel. You understand what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's tough for Matt Stafford because he gonna have an MVP year and Devontae Adams. This is his third NFC Championship game or yeah,
Mm-hmm.
NFC or AFC whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And his chance to get to the playoffs, part one of his last chances to get to the Super Bowl, and he just missed out. That's crazy. So it's like, seeing how it worked out for some people, like Sam Darnold. Like when he was drafted to the Jets, the team didn't have the right structure with the coach, GM, him. They thought he was a bust. He
That's a
bounced
fact.
around. He bounced around. Went to the 49ers. Went to the Vikings. Low key, he was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, in 3 years ago, 2023, with the 49ers. He was just the backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and then now,
Was he on one of those Philly teams when they made that run? It was Nick Foles. Was
no,
he over
that
there?
was that was Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. Who was the backup? Wasn't somebody like there? Wasn't a backup? They had
Nick
two
Foles was the backup.
backups. So who got the?
Carson Wentz was the starter. He got
Okay.
hurt.
Okay. There we go. All right. Make it clear for me because I don't remember. That's why. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying
The reason I remember that because actually the game that Carson Wentz got hurt was probably one of the best games I saw that year or I've seen in the last like 10, 15 years. It was the Rams versus Eagles. And that was a year that Carson was on that having that MVP like season and they was on their way to the Super Bowl in the regular season though, but they was playing real good. And I remember him getting hurt. And I was like, damn, if that's an ACL or something worse,
to.
that could throw him off and not win the championship, but they still ended up winning the championship with Nick Foles.
My man's went in his closet and found the old 1996 Seattle Supersonics Western Conference
Nah.
champions.
1979 champions,
Man,
NBA champions.
1979. My bad, everybody. Check out that. Lord have mercy. I
That's,
mean,
this is one of the things I got from Seattle when I went last year.
just so he could represent and show how much he don't give a fuck about the Los Angeles Rams getting the goddamn Bears out of the playoffs. You know what I mean? He had to make sure that he represented for the
Shout out to
opposing
Seattle
team this around.
Seahawks.
Man, fuck you, fuck Seattle. Fuck
No,
the team staff as a whole, like Tupac said, man, fuck all y'all. And if you ride for Seattle, fuck you too. Chino XL, even though you dead, fuck you too. And I don't mean that in real life. I'm just saying, as we up here having fun. So
yeah,
just having fun with it. Man, what a hell of a game though, right?
no, yeah, that was a great game, good, especially back and forth. Didn't know who was gonna get it. Well, I mean,
Mm-mm.
Seattle seemed to have like the lead for the most part, but beginning like nice little back and forth from the beginning. Um, I mean, how you feel about your boys? Getting bounced out like it was close though. It was 27-31.
That's a game I expected, though. I think we talked about that on the last podcast that we did for Sports Punch. Heading into that game, it was going to be like 31 to 27 or something like that. It would be a close game. It would be a
Mhm.
hard fought game. But in the end, I picked the Rams. I thought the Rams would pull that one out because of Matt Stafford being more of an offensive guy. But that goes to show you, man, once again, that it does count when you talk about putting people in the right systems and having the right people around you. If you don't have the right people around you and you don't have the people in the right systems to go out there and execute the game plan, you're not gonna get the best result. You just spoke on it. Sam Darnold being drafted by the Jets. being drafted by the Jets and then moving around and moving around and bouncing around and bouncing around. Didn't he? Wasn't he over in Minnesota for a while?
Yeah, he was Minnesota last year, and they won 13
They
games.
won 13 games last year in Minnesota.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins was there. Was he there? He was there when Kirk Cousins got hurt. Well, Kirk Cousins was there a couple years before that.
So yeah, Kirk Cousins was the year before. He got hurt that year, and then when he got healthy during the off season, he was a free agent.
Right.
So that's when they brought in Sam Darnold.
They brought in Sam Darnold. He takes them to 13-3. They thought it was a fluke. They didn't think that he could do something like that. This man turns around and goes to Seattle. They get rid of Geno Smith. And there you have it. This man goes and leads them to a four, was it 13-4 record or something
And
like
they
that?
had 13 win season two as well. Yeah, 13,
Twice in
14
a row.
actually,
Whatever
14
it
was it.
was, whatever it was. He goes there and he produces. He has another 4,000 yard season.
Almost 5,000. I was like, what?
Almost 5,000 yard season throwing the football. Throwing the football. Sam Darnold, the guy that they said could not play, he would be a journeyman and he wouldn't be that good at the game. And he goes out there and he puts on a hell of a performance and lead his team. And shout out to their defense too, because his defense showed up and they really executed the game plan as well. And in those last waning seconds of the game, they really showed up and showed out and showed they were capable of doing to keep and to hold on to the lead and hold on to the game. What a hell of a game, man. What
Yeah,
a hell of a game.
that was my difference maker. The Seattle defense, man.
The
I said
defense.
that was that good. Like that defense is a Super Bowl worthy defense, and
Absolutely.
that's one that I give. That was what I was worried about the most as far as like if the Bears have moved on or either Rams. Like they gotta still see that Seattle defense. You can still beat them, but you gotta make sure when you drive, you gotta make those points count or don't turn the ball over. And
Yep.
I don't even think Matt Stafford he didn't turn the ball over, but it seemed like.
Neither quarterback did. Neither
And that's
quarterback
the thing,
turned the
like
ball
with
over.
Sam Darnold, is like he one of those kind of like you kind of expect like he do like an interception or something, but he ain't turn the ball over, then the fumble.
I was expecting
Fumble.
Stafford to do it as well.
So they played a pretty clean game. It was just
Yeah,
it came
man.
down to will and on the downs and inches basically, game of football.
It came down to a game of inches and execution. Who was more poised and who could execute. Those last couple fourth and ones or the last when it came down to the last few seconds of the game, Matt Stafford made a couple good passes, but it was to a guy who couldn't get out of bounds, you know what I mean? And uh no fault to nobody, but the game ended the way it ended. It was a hell of a game, one of the best games of the year for football, man. This has been a crazy season for football.
Yeah,
And with the Rams, I took the Rams. I had a feeling, well, I thought that there would be a chance for the Seahawks to win, of course, because they had the better defense. But I did think that that would be a game that would come down to like it would be a tight game, a tight, close game, and it would come down to the execution, skill and will in the waning seconds of the game, and it did. It did, and Matt Stafford did a hell of a job. He had a hell of a season trying to come back off of a busted up back.
yeah.
A lot of people didn't think that he would be playing. He came back and they did whatever work they had to do to help Matthew Stafford get himself in shape. And he took a few hits during the course of the season, but it wasn't nothing too hard that kept him out of the game and everything. And he produced well, man. So salute to Matt Stafford and the whole Rams team and organization. You guys did a hell of a job. Sean McVay, you did a hell of a job coaching the team and being out there. I don't know about that timeout at the end. If he just should have just threw the flag out there, or if he should just turn it over to the booth to a rundown time or stop the clock. I don't know. I forgot how the rules go. I could be getting it wrong, but hell of a game, man. They did everything that they could to win, and it just didn't go their way. And we'll see what happens next year. Bet down, ho.
Welcome to Cancun, my boy. Welcome to
I'm right there
Cancun.
with you. Right there. Give me my margarita. Matter of fact, I don't want
Yeah,
no
I mean, we
margaritas.
got the drinks ready,
Uh-uh. I don't want to do no margaritas. Go ahead and get me a Casamigos Reposado double pour. Neat. No diamonds, no ice. Get me together real quick, and pass me a Modelo or something like that. And I'm gonna sit here and chill out with the homie Caleb and keep too tall and we're gonna enjoy the sunshine and our women, preferably the one I have interest in
Yeah.
and I'm gonna sit there on the beach and
The
just
whole, the
love it
hose is
up.
here.
Huh?
The hose is here. The hoes are here.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard.
Yeah,
How you
man.
feeling, man? How you feeling? How was your day? How your week been going so far, bro? Talk to me, man.
I mean, mine's been pretty good. Just really getting started. Been was busy the last few days. Became a little bit more important at the job more than I wanted. But no, it's
Mm.
been good though. But I just these watching these games, man.
You getting important at work, man? You getting
A little
important at
bit,
work? Yeah.
a
You
little
think you're
bit.
gonna get something out of it, or it's just for what's going on right now?
Come on, man. We both know
Mm. You
that
think
ain't.
you think they gonna kick you some ducats over there, or it's just they just got you doing some extra work right now. You ain't got to tell everything though.
We're just gonna keep that, you know, no comment for now
And
until.
there it is. We gonna get back on the sports side. Kick it off. What we kicking it off with first? Ba, 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 ba,
But yeah,
ba.
but with that, like it was a duel out there on the street. Not gonna say on
On
the
the street.
streets.
Whoa, what you talking about?
It
Let me
was
know
about the
which streets
Seahawks and
to
Rams.
avoid. I don't wanna go down those messed up alleys. I was thinking
but
about going back outside for a second and grabbing something.
but to get back to the Seahawks game, like in the Rams, like you had Puka Nacua and Jackson Smith and Nigga going at it, and Nigba
This
going
man
at
said, and nigga.
it. I mean, shit, I'm only one letter off. Shit, like,
That nigga said,
hey,
my guy, he's not too far off. Not too
no,
far off.
but
It's
for
all
real though,
good.
like
It's all good.
JSN or
That's why I
Jason as
get. That's why I
usual.
call him Jason, because you mess it up. You
No,
mess that
yeah.
man name up, Jackson and nigga. Damn.
No, Jackson Smith, he had 10
Look at
catches.
him. Look at him. He can't get it. It's fucked up.
He had 10 catches. No, for real. He had 10 catches, 153 yards, one touchdown, and that's like a hell of a game right there. But
Hmm.
but Puka Nacua counted back with 9 catches, 165 yards, one touchdown. So it was like I know I'd be sick, put up them many yards and still lose. And then you had Devontae Allen with 89 yards a touchdown. So like they was putting them guys to use, them star players to use in that game. It still came up short. But what got Seattle here and like what made them a threat to get this far in Super Bowl, that midseason trade for Rashid Shaheed from the New Orleans Saints, the receiver. He
Big
was a
difference maker for them.
huge difference. Like he filled in with the extra need the second receiver they needed on their team after Jackson. And then you got Cooper Cup too. So like Cooper Cup, that perfect third, like older cat, but like veteran. No, he been there. He been to the Super Bowl. He won a championship. You got your tight ends, your running back, Kenneth Walker. Even with the backup out, like they had a real balance. It balanced out the team really well on offense. And then his special teams, like he had a kick return last week on the first play of the game.
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
like, and he was giving them like some receiving yards too here and there. So actually, he had a rushing touchdown. Now I think he no, did he? No, he had a couple rushes, but man, that man really changed that team whole dynamic really and helped them become where they at right now in the Super Bowl. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let's point that out.
What a hell of a player to come out of and how many years has Jason been in the league?
I think this is his third year.
Third year to come straight out of what college was that he came from? I heard them talking about it on another sports broadcast, but I can't remember. I was trying to remember it, but
I believe
uh
he played at Ohio State. Yeah,
Ohio State to come out there and produce, man, and be at a high level,
yeah.
and really be able to show out for those guys, man. Hell of a job for him, man. But man, like I really thought that in the end, like Devontae Adams would be a guy that showed up for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And even though he did have 80 something yards, I was expecting either he would be the touchdown guy, the touchdown
yeah.
machine for them.
He usually is.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be the bigger, stronger guy out there, and then maybe Higbee will get loose with Ferguson, one of those guys. Once they get, once they realize they have to cover him, one of those guys would get open. And it really didn't turn out that way, but a hell of a game though, man. Like I can't be mad. That's why I'm not really mad about the result. Like it was a hell of a game. It was like a really good game. Like
Yeah,
I take nothing away from the Rams, and I take nothing away from the Seattle Seahawks. You know what I mean? Like both sides played very well. You know.
and neither team scored in the fourth quarter, so it was still a good game,
Wow.
even without no points. So it was like so that means that show like both defenses was locked
Wow.
in, and it was literally like, all right, we gotta put a stop to this, and if we want to win, we gotta. And they did it for a whole quarter to do that in the fourth quarter. Between those two, the
Wow.
way it was scoring, that's crazy.
So my team, the Rams, and then the other team, Seattle Seahawks. No one scored in the fourth quarter or just at the last
No,
few minutes.
like no one scored at all. Like it was 27-31 going to the fourth, and it stayed that score.
Wow. And the Rams had two good drives down the field, right? For like 7 minutes or something. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, opportunities. Definitely had
Damn it, man.
opportunities.
Dude, wow, what a hell of a game, bro. What a hell of a
Yeah,
game.
yeah. That
Yeah,
hand,
well.
right when you hit, put your head down, like look down. That's how I was last week with the bat.
Well, now I'm
If
on the
you go,
beach with you, my G. Now I'm on
no,
the
no,
beach.
true. It's just funny. Like if you go back and watch the last episode, we talked about the Rams and Bears. I was just like this, and then right when you come to realization that you was this close,
I was that close, brother. Right there.
y'all was that close. Both the
Right there.
Mets was
Both,
this
yeah.
close, being the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
That's a fact.
It's just crazy how
That's a
circle,
fact.
how that works. Poetic,
Damn.
poetic.
No, yeah, don't say karma because I ain't got nothing to
You
do with
know,
karma,
yeah.
my G. Karma ain't got nothing to do with that. That was not a hit you
No,
hit me and I
no,
hit you back. That was basically, the best of skill and will coming together and to define each other's destiny. And and Seattle won out on that one. So salute to the Seattle Super I was about to say Seattle Super Hawks. I don't think about the Supersonics, but salute to the Seahawks, man. Hell of a game. Let me go back, man. Do you remember when there was a Legion of Boom
yeah.
and the
That's the
quarterback
last
was
time, man.
Russell Wilson? Not
Yes,
too
sir.
long ago in the not too distant future. And they won one ring, right?
Yeah,
And a hell of a team that they had with the Legion of Boom, and it was
the
Russell
one too.
Wilson, and they had the beast, Marshawn Lynch, and everything. Remember that second Super Bowl they got to, and they get to the very end, and they won a 1 yard line, and everybody knew that the ball was gonna was the ball was going to Marshawn Lynch, right? We all thought it. We all thought they were gonna line up right down the line, and
Yeah,
they were gonna push them back, and Marshawn Lynch was just gonna ram right through the line and get the touchdown. The game would be over, and they would win a Super Bowl. Pete
yeah.
Carroll decided that was not what he wanted to do, and he told Russell Wilson a different call. Now, I saw a different podcast, and a certain player. If you, I'm not, I don't want to get it. I don't want to get this wrong, but a
Yeah.
certain player said, "Well, we all know who the ball should have went to. The ball should have went to me, nigga."
I mean, we know who's saying that because the ball who this shit went to was
Yeah, he
the
said we
man
all know who the
himself.
ball should have went to. He said I'm not gonna get into specifics of it, but he said I feel firmly and strongly about this. It's either one guy's pride and ego or two guys' pride and ego that stepped in the way and told them not to do what they were supposed to do, and that's what cost us the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He said so. That's why I had no. I think he said that's why I had no words about leaving that team after that. He said because I knew it wasn't me. He said because I was okay with it. He said I looked him in his eye and I told him, "You sure you want to do this? You sure you want to do this? Because you know what happened if we missed this, right?"
Yeah.
And he said one guy said I play it by the book or whatever, and I just do what I'm told. So I only reflect on that not to say that the Seattle to not it's no ill will toward the Seattle Seahawks. I really wish that Marshawn Lynch would have won two Super Bowls. I really wish Russell Wilson and the Legion of Boom would have had two Super Bowls instead of one. To be on a 1 yard line, that close with seconds left in the game, and then the coach says, "Throw the ball."
Well, that's a great setup because really they have a chance to revenge that because the team that they're going to be playing in the Super Bowl is the New England Patriots.
Mm,
It
mm.
just ain't going to be Tom Brady versus Legion of Boom. It's going to be Drake May versus they want their own name, but I'm gonna just say Legion of Boom too. I think that's more of the defensive line that's more the dominant, and linebackers. But
Mm.
yeah, man, they got a chance to avenge that loss L from 12 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. So
It's been that long already. Like the whole
okay.
decade and some
Nah,
change.
nah, nah,
Wow.
nah, 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 nah. It's probably been about 10 years. I'll say about 10.
A
Ain't
whole
been.
decade and some change. Man,
Hey,
what fun
shit.
times I had back then, man, hanging out with the
Yeah,
homies and the bros and everything. Life has changed, man. These guys got teenagers and everything else, but let's keep on going, man. What else we got to get into, Brody? What
we'll
else we got
talk
to get
about
into, Brody?
the AFC Championship game. New England Patriots.
Do you want to call that a bowl of ass?
Yeah, that was probably the
That was
championship
ass.
ball
No,
as ass.
yeah. Okay.
Like, I mean, you kind of knew it might happen with the backup Jarrett Stidham and versus Drake May, and really the way it played out, like I switched my pick to Denver. Did I switch my pick? No, I probably no. I rolled with Patriots.
I think you rode the Patriots as I did.
Yeah,
I think we were talking about it. We said the biggest thing that could mess this up is that Stidham hadn't played for much of the season. Of course, he's not because he's not the starting quarterback.
yeah,
But that would be too much pressure to handle for him in that situation. And uh, we both thought that he wouldn't be able to rise to the occasion with in that situation with the stadium that they were going to be in and how crazy of a game that was going to be. Everything that's on the line, like we thought that the game would choke him out. And a 10-7 game.
yeah. One
This was a
storm.
baseball game.
I mean, real talk. And then that's the thing. Like in the first half, I mean, like his first drive, he looked like he was nervous. Just getting the ball out. Almost threw a pick or something like that. Just you could see the nerves, and it went bad the first drive. Then the second drive, after the defense got a stop, he come down threw a big 50-yard pass to Mims Jr. And then he set him up throw it for I think a play action touchdowns. They up
Mm,
7-0. I'm like,
mm,
okay, and I say he might play solid. Like Payton might have him coached up to play solid enough to get them to win, but they go up 7-0. They get another stop on the New England offense. Drake May, he only had 86 passing yards. That's crazy. Like he was out there assing it. Like this, who y'all thought was gonna be the MVP this year, and then like I was saying, like New England ain't played nobody all year. Like they ain't really played nobody, especially like a solid defense. And you see that when he run into good defense, like he not as on point. It kind of looked like Caleb Williams without the magic.
mm, mm,
But but it was Jarrett Stidham. Just man, after that they get the ball back up 7-0. They drive down. They in field goal range. I think on fourth and what three, four.
mm-hmm.
Instead of kicking it, you would think that people would learn from the Bears and Rams game last week to take the free points when you got it in the playoffs.
Take them, take them, because they don't always come back, brother.
This man throw, I think he tried to do it like another play action. Bad pass, bad throw, almost became another pick, or they end up sniffing it out. Now it's 7-0. They come down, score 7 up, and then later in the third quarter, it's 10-7. What happened was with Stidham, he was okay until the weather changed.
Oh, when that snow started
When
coming
the
down.
snow started to come down, we saw how the snow was when the snow and wind blowing sideways. That's when you know, oh, this is gonna be ugly. And that's what happened. Every kick after that, both teams were kept kicking after that. I think they missed a couple, like one or two each. It affected the play, and then
And the
when
gang got away from.
so it's like it's crazy. Like in the first set, they had even showed like the time, how from the beginning of the game when it was like just dry, not just cold and dry. Second quarter, it was getting a little muggy. Third
Mm-hmm.
quarter, you see light snow. Then the fourth quarter,
Mm-hmm.
fourth quarter is just pure white, like cocaine on the ground.
Cocaine on the field, baby. Cocaine was on the field. Ooh wee.
Oh
It was so much cocaine coming down on that field.
boy! So that was like especially when
Snow
and you had to have known like
angel.
the weather was gonna be like its potential of like snow and like
Mm-hmm.
it getting a little crazy with the wind. That's when you got, especially in the first half, take those points, take those extra easy field goal points. You could have been up 10-0 to 10-0, not knowing that could have probably affected how the other team was going to have to play, and like, man, it could have caused some, turnovers, or things could have went differently, or they could have got three instead of a touchdown, or they would have had 10-7. You would probably had another chance to score a different way to get another 3 points or another seven. But they when they knew they was tied 7, then took the lead 10-7. Oh, we just gotta stop y'all in this weather.
Did you expect it to be such a low scoring game? I was not expecting 10-7.
Actually, should have known that it was gonna be a low scoring game, but I
Really?
think I still hyped it up to like 20 something to 20 something. But I'm like, I don't know why I thought that.
I thought it
But
was going to be around a 20 to 30 point game. And because Stidham was playing, I was like, oh, they'll probably back him down and try to run him over, you know what I mean? Offensively and defensively and make him play other than he's supposed to, make him play out of the game plan and scare him. I thought the game would be at like 28-10 or something and be a blowout, but
mm.
just turned out to be 10-7. That's what I was not expecting.
Okay, so you expected more from the Patriots to like,
I
yeah.
was.
I figured it would be like the Denver Broncos. I believe like they're the second best, third best defense this year. So I was like, they can slow down the Patriots. I thought Patriots definitely get like
Mm,
17-20 for sure.
mm.
But to be shut down 10 to basically 10 points, and the other team didn't have they starting quarterback.
Like,
The
damn,
defense did a
fam,
job.
that's it.
The
That's
defense did
all
a
you was
job.
able to do.
The defense did a job, and Sean Payton failed them on not getting the extra field goal and setting them up to. I mean, they was trying to run it, but the Patriots were snuffing that out. So they had to throw it, and then the plays you was calling for Stidham. Some of the plays was on the receiver, some of the plays was on him, and just some of the plays was on play calling Sean Payton. And what's crazy, I read the article. I guess they literally wrote an article on why he didn't take the field goal or like why he should have. And they started off where he was watching, he was preparing for the game last week, but he was watching the Bears and Rams game in the background.
Get out
And
of here.
and that point where the Bears was on fourth and whatever, and we should have went for three, but went for took for the touchdown or like the first down.
Mm.
He was like kick it, like he's like you should have kicked it. And it's funny how he was in that same
Same
predicament
situation, brother. Now what? Now
a
what you
week
gonna do?
later.
See, that's what I always say about people that be talking about all this. I would have stuff. I would have done this. I would have done this. Like they said in the rap song, "Call y'all the woulda kids." Never there when it happens, but always talking about what you would have did. You can never say what you did would have did in that situation until you get in that situation.
Yeah.
And then without any information happening, and you have to free fall, you have to figure it out for yourself without no help. We found out who you are and what you really made of. Here he is watching the same game. Man, kick it. I'll just kick it. It's 3 points. And then you turn around and you get right there and do what?
Go for it. It's like he said I want the 14-0. I'm like, well, you could have had 10-0, but
Yeah. You should have took the avenue.
like, go
Should
ahead.
have took I mean, you should have took, and yeah, I'm not saying that the easiest road, but this is football, man. It's a game of inches. You take those 3 points, especially in that situation where you're the backup. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and take this, man.
Exactly. Like you got your backup. Like, yeah, I guess because that first touchdown he threw, oh, I got I'm dealing with the same dude. Like Bo Nix, him about the same. Nah. You saw what happened when that weather kicked in, the elements kicked in, changed everybody's whole mind. Because like now players are slipping, you ain't got the same traction on the ground no more. It's colder. Mugs, buttholes getting a little tighter. Like they don't know.
Whoa, whoa,
So
whoa, whoa! On the buttholes getting tighter. Famalamski.
I was gonna say asshole, but I was
Okay,
trying
but
to be PG.
whoa, whoa,
But no,
okay.
like motherfuckers nut up and just like I can't. They don't know what to do no more. It's like
Yeah,
you're not thinking of
yeah.
playing.
They
Free.
stiffen
You're not.
up.
Yeah, they're
They
not free.
stiffen up. Yeah.
You're not free.
Yeah, and the elements start bothering you. The elements start getting to you in that
Get in
situation.
your
So,
head.
yeah. So, crazy game though. Again, I didn't expect it to turn out that way. I expected it to be a higher scoring game, and to my surprise, it wasn't. Like Keith said, the defense of the Broncos is just as good as the Patriots and any other and some of the other teams in the league. So they were able to keep those guys and just hold them to 10 points.
Yeah.
10 points, man. Had this guy, had the Denver Broncos made the field goal, we would be talking about the game going into overtime or a situation where it goes down to the wire. in the last couple seconds of the game, the same way the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams game was like.
Yeah,
But I'm thankful that the Rams game was the evening game.
yeah,
I'm
true.
thankful for that because
I mean, it had to be
I don't think I would have sat through that.
exactly. Like that freaking like, oh, I'm praying. Like it could have happened though. Like it could have been both ass-a-thons on both sides. But I'm like, this second game gotta be like a busting game or a good like make me want to sit down and watch it. Cause like
Facts.
by halftime, I'm like, man, I don't know. Do I want to keep watching this game or stick with it? I like snow games, so like, it was that kept me, want to watch it. But
Yeah, I
the
like to see
action,
if they get the run game going when it's snowing like that.
man, neither team could really get it going. Like I was
No,
trying to bring some stats into it, and not really nobody did anything special.
no, it's nothing really to report offensively on the stat side, but
Stephon Diggs had, okay, Stephon Diggs, he finally made it to the Super Bowl. I think this was like one of the few times he was like, this is his third time with the Minnesota Vikings, one with the Buffalo Bills, and one with the Patriots, and he gets to the Super Bowl. So not Devontae Adams, motherfuckers that's got 4, 5 kids on the way. Uh,
all in the news, all in the
pink,
papers.
pink cocaine, giving it to the bitches on the boat. Got Cardi B screaming out her ass. Don't know nothing about football, but somehow she a winner with with the football player.
Mm.
And
And
he
is
get
she
the
divorced yet?
I nope.
Oh,
At least not all the way through.
mm. Well, thank God I'm not in that situation. God bless everyone involved in that situation and everything that's going on with it. What's next for us to talk?
And then now we just, we got the Super Bowl. I want to get like a early pick, I guess, and then maybe we'll see if we change our minds in about a week or two. But we
Yeah,
got the
we can do that.
Patriots versus Seahawks, a
We got plenty
rematch,
of time of that for that one, man. But go ahead.
rematch of, I don't think I'm change my pick anyway. So, but it's just Super Bowl. This might be kind of it could be a stinker. Like
Mm-hmm.
not, it don't have much of like a story behind it too much. I mean, yeah, like I guess like you got the young second year quarterback amongst that 2024 draft class that made it to the Super Bowl. Mike Vrabel, former Patriot, took his team to the Super Bowl back for the first time
Mm-hmm.
since Belichick left.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, I guess you got a story. Then you got Sam Darnold, dude that was considered a bust, motherfucker that gave up on damn near revived his career, literally like changed his whole tune of his career. Like motherfucker was not rocking with him a few years ago like that. And it shows you, like you said earlier, like the right coaching, the right teachers, and the right people behind you, support you, with you, can change your career. And he's in the Super Bowl.
100%.
Actually, dumbasses of the year, Minnesota Vikings. Like I know they salty right now. You literally
Well,
watching the quarterback you let go that you had on your team
you
that
had
you
him.
chose to have JJ McCarthy instead. Let him
You
walk
could have
out.
had J.J. McCarthy just sit there and learn from Sam Darnold, bro.
Exactly.
He could have had his first 2 years on the bench. I get that he wouldn't the young man J Mac wouldn't have wanted to do that, but it would have been healthy for you to learn the ropes from this guy and then take the reins from him when he decided, yo, I ain't gonna stay here. I'm gonna make an opportunity somewhere else for some more paper, and I'm gonna let you cash out on this thing right here. They couldn't even do that for this guy, man. And he had I'm guessing at 13-3, he had a great relationship with their top receiver, one of the best receivers in the world.
If you yeah, because this year alone, this is the probably one of the worst years that Jefferson had, like stats wise, and you could tell his body language and the way he was talking, like some of his interviews, like you could tell that like he missed Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins, like he trying to work with J Mac, and like it might take him a little longer than he expected. Like he might be wasting a year or two waiting on the young
Yeah.
kid to become
Is that something you want to do when you already came in the league hot and producing, and now they're saying this may be a rebuild as far as the quarterback goes? Are you ready for that? Do you want to do that? Does he want to do that? And then, if not, where are logical landing places for a guy like that?
It look like exactly like that's the thing. Like, is he gonna be staying with the Vikings? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he asked for a trade. Because look at his peers, like his boy Jamar Chase, who he was on the team with LSU. He went to Super Bowl with Joe Burrow in Cincinnati in like the first 2 years. And then look
Mm-mm.
at Jackson Smith, Enigma. This is his third year. this is this this is his third year, and he in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And Justin Jefferson, I don't even think have sniffed it yet. Like they lost the first round last year, and that's why the Vikings kind of like soured on Darnold because like he had the best game in that divisional wild card or divisional round, yeah, wild card round. So, but it's like he gave you 13 wins, and like you had to just add some or add on to some things to your team and or fix some things and
that's all.
give him the support that he really needed.
That's it. That's it. He's a good kid, solid kid. He's a great player. That's all he needed. That's it.
So
And
it just, I guess it'd be interesting Super Bowl. You know, you got a great defense in Seattle, a really good offense to great if they, on the day for Seattle versus a young, very young
up and
quarter
coming.
up and coming team that has the right culture and team, coaching defense can play, so they can go to almost toe to toe with Seattle, but I think Seattle defense is a little bit more better, more impactful than the New England's. And then offense, Drake May, like he can run, he can throw, but I don't think he don't have the right the best receivers around him, the best running backs,
Mm.
I guess. But
Mm.
I'm Seattle seems like they should win this game. But and you got Bad Bunny.
Should win this game or they will win this game.
I mean, if you want me to pick, they will win this game. I got Seattle right that wrong. What happened 11 years ago for Marshawn and them.
I'll go with the Seattle Seahawks for this game as well, but I don't think this is a vengeance game. I just think this is a totally different group of guys going out there and playing and
Hey, I
executing and
mean,
getting getting the job done. Um, Pete Carroll and those guys screwed that up, you know.
yeah, no, it's the team itself, yeah, but like organization wise, this is
But
my
yeah, for
least.
that organization, yeah, I hear you heard you on that level. But
You know,
Pete Carroll and them were just a bunch of boo boo crumbs, and they allowed that game to get out of, away from them, and they cost themselves a game by being selfish and prideful and trying to spike one of their own players, and it cost them a Super Bowl. And I always remember, it's not promised to you to ever get back to the Super Bowl, just so
nope.
you know. It's not promised that you're ever going to go back. That doesn't happen often, especially two times in a row, or if you're Tom Brady, six times in your career, seven times in your career that you go back, or 10
Yep.
times that you go back. It's not promised that you're going to get that, you know? Like, and I was listening to Damian Woody talk about it. He said, man, when you come off that Super Bowl, how you come back the next season and you think you're the guy, you think you're the man, and you working out, you're doing everything you're supposed to. But he said what we didn't know was that I think that was him that said that we had to go up because everybody's gunning for us. So
Yep.
everything we did, you're not supposed to keep it the same. You're supposed to do more of it because now you got to keep what you had, and everybody else is gunning for you, and they're trying just as hard to get it from you. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Everybody, you're gonna get everybody's best, and you the measuring stick. You like to, let them know, like, all right, if we can beat them, we
Mm-hmm.
can beat anybody type shit. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, hopefully, I'm just praying it'll be a good game. They're gonna have Bad Bunny at the halftime.
Bad Bunny is gonna be at the halftime show. I know you looking forward to that, boy.
Yeah, and I'm sure that he's gonna get a lot of people, that probably ain't watching the game to come and watch the halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
Heard supposedly, Orange Man not gonna be there because of that, but we'll see.
The
Um,
orange guy decides, the orange Cheeto has decided to forego the game. He doesn't want to see the game because Bad Bunny is performing. Why? Do you know why?
I mean, for some reason, I don't know. They probably because Big Bad Bunny is promoting and saying on some fuck ice like trying to denounce them. So
He's saying fuck ICE. Ice shakers, ice babies,
Ice tray,
ice
ice banana.
trays.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna put on some type of, message or, some type of show that show like, hey, what's going on out here? Especially now what's happening the last couple of weeks with the killings in Minnesota and like
Mm.
it,
And
and
apologies to the people. I think we did a podcast over the weekend, and I assumed that the game was
right.
postponed. Right, I assumed the
Yes,
game was
yes, same.
postponed because of ice and
Other
the
things.
snowstorm. Yeah, right. I thought it was inclement weather, and come to find
Um,
out, it was actually a shooting that took place in Minnesota. So God bless
yeah,
all parties that were involved, all the families that have been affected during such a tragedy. God bless everyone. But that game had been the games of that day for basketball had been postponed because of that. But yeah, and then Ice Agent doing all that there, and then it happens again.
yeah,
So it's just crazy with the amount of things going on in this country, that people think that having ice running rampant on the streets or in certain areas, just grabbing people and doing stuff, just slamming people and locking people up as they see fit. It's crazy how people think it's something, oh, that they think that it's okay for something like that to happen, not realizing what you're doing to people in reality. You're treating them like livestock.
yeah. That's terrible, man. Fucked up. Sorry to the people there as well because we assumed other things, but it was turned out to be completely different than what we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers to y'all, and prayers to that city, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta figure this out. But like I said, history is repeating itself just with different characters. We gotta do better. But on to the other things, not to just quickly move on, but just stay on topic. A couple more NFL notes. Bill Belichick is has went through the process of being in the Hall of Fame and is not first ballot, which is crazy to me. Even though
Wait, Bill Belichick is not a.
first ballot, like he would have to wait another year to like get into the Hall of Fame. They went through the process. He did not get selected the first round go around, which is
That makes no
crazy.
sense.
No, none at all. Like even as much as if you want to take away the Patriots years from his resume, like yeah, like you could probably just do that and be like, all right, look at his teams and stuff before wasn't that great, but the Patriots, playoff team every year, damn near, well, pretty much, and won what, six championships, Super Bowls?
Six Super Bowls under the leadership of Bill Belichick, and he doesn't get the nod as a first time
Crazy.
Hall of Famer.
I think maybe Robert Kraft maybe had to do something like influence of getting that.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess he did a lot of influencing, because to keep him out, you need a bunch of guys to say no, don't let him in on the first try, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been a who's yeah, that's crazy, but that's tough. Um, Maybe next year, Bill. Hopefully, you get to see that for sure. It's somehow, some way this year, Shador Sanders made the Pro Bowl as a backup. I mean, this the backup. When somebody from the Super Bowl going to play the Super Bowl, they find somebody. He made the Pro Bowl, but I'm pretty sure a few of the players, they got the call first, and they was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna go." And Shador, I mean, what people don't know, like, is that helps his contract, negotiations. So he'll have that on his, resume, and he can probably be able to, say, "Hey, I was a Pro Bowler," and if he going to play enough to get in the contract, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a good look on him. And
It is.
if I'm him, I'm going for show to see how things go, and maybe give me motivation to want to, step my shit up next year. But the Pro Bowl has lost its, luster, its, importancy a little bit as far as the game goes itself. Getting the Pro Bowl like on your, to your next to your name, and for future contract negotiations, that's nice. It's better to be an All Pro player though, like all team, first team, second team, All
Yeah.
Pro.
Yeah.
But that's way more impactful. But getting the Pro Bowl is still solid. For shout out to Shador.
Yeah. Shout out to Shador. I hope everything works out for him. I hope he ends up on a home or a team somewhere. And he ends up being the dominant force that we knew that
On
he
that,
could be as a quarterback. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a fact.
So, last couple weeks for the NFL, and then NBA finna take over
When is the All-Star game? Is it in between?
for the NBA. It's
Yeah.
February. I want to say what, 13, 14, and 15. So that
Also,
weekend.
it's after the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yep. The next week. Yep.
I see what they doing. I see what they
Valentine's
doing.
weekend.
I see what the mofos doing. I got it. I see what y'all doing.
Yeah.
I see what y'all doing. All right, what's next on tap? Keith Too Tall.
Talk about some basketball, man. The last time we talked about Derrick Rose retirement before the jersey retirement before it happened. Now it has had happened, and the game went on that night. We talk about that and lead on with the Bulls, but Chicago Bulls versus Celtics. Motherfucking Bulls got the win on Derrick Rose jersey night, which
Better had got the
the,
win.
the basketball guys looked out for us.
Better had got the
Um,
win.
Great game, back and forth. They stayed in the game more than I thought they would have a little bit, but we was on a 3 game winning streak. So I like we got a chance to win this though. Jalen Brown was going crazy on us a little bit. I think he had like 30 some points. Was and man, like he should be getting MVP, votes. And look how like the team started off in the beginning. See, they was hoeing. They was at the bottom of the league, like in the first 10, 15 games.
It looked bad.
When
It looked bad for my C's. It looked bad for the Celtics, man. Like I didn't think they would pull it out, but keep talking.
when the hell the C's became when they became your C's.
Man, I always been a fan of Jalen Brown, bro.
Oh,
My
Jalen
bad.
Brown, but
Yeah, for the C's. I'm
like
sorry.
Jalen Brown, cool.
No. With them, with the law firm of Tatum and Brown, I've always been a
Yeah.
supporter
Oh
of
yeah,
those
for
two
sure, me
guys,
too.
man. I've always been a supporter. I want to see those brothers succeed, and I want to see them hoist up that banner. Have they done it already?
Yeah.
I want to see them do it again because I remember them doing it.
Remember, there was a time where they was saying they would never work and they need to trade, one or the other from the team.
Well, usually that's what the media does. They see two guys like that are playing, and both of them have the potential to be a 1A or a 1A and a 1B, and they see that. And instead of them saying we want to see them be more like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, they go, let's see if we can break that up. Let's see if we can cause the team some trouble, and we'll break up that dynasty run or whatever run that they're about to have. That's what the media does, and as players and people in position of powers, you have to. I'm guessing you have to understand it and know that the media ain't shit all the
Yeah.
not every day, but some days they just ain't shit and they're always looking for headlines. But I'm glad those guys did get a championship, and I look forward to seeing them in the next 2 or 3 years, or 4 or 5 years, go after another one because I believe that that's the trajectory that they are on, and I believe it'll just happen again. Um, and but fuck the Celtics. When you playing the Bulls, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your staff as a whole. Like I already shared with everybody else. Um, but that's just me. But in this situation, let me also say this. I am I believe in those two guys, and I believe in the teammates around them. I believe that they can pull it off. And salute to Jalen Brown having a hell of a season. He's doing yeoman's work. He's doing great work out there on the court, and he's rising to the occasion to help lead those guys, averaging what 25, 26 points a game, and staying keeping the team solid in like the fourth, fifth, or sixth spot. So keep on going. My bad.
Then in light skin man, he almost on his way back.
Nah, he
Give
ain't
him about
coming
a couple
back.
months. So he coming. They expect him to come back before the end of the year, like
Yeah.
literally like March, probably. Like I wouldn't say if February, I doubt it, but I say March. Yeah,
They think the dude gonna come back, man. Limited minutes, so all right, put him on minute restriction. You know, if he's coming back, probably give him like 15 minutes a game. I don't expect him to though. You think he'll go out there?
I think what I don't think he should because it was an AC like not ACL, Achilles tear. So that's
Hmm.
so I don't think so. But the way people are talking, like everybody keeps saying, like he look better than he should be right now at this moment. But we'll see. I'd be
Yeah.
surprised if he do come back before
I know that rehab was
March.
crazy. Ooh, I
If
know that
if
rehab was crazy and
yeah,
painful. Ooh, I
like
know it. For him to
if
be
he
coming
do,
back like this, I know that rehab was crazy and painful, man. And it made him. That's probably why it's working so well because it turned him in. He went through that wall, right? The wall that he couldn't get through. Us as human beings, whether we're training or we're trying to become a better person at something, he made it through another wall in life, you know. And what the Joker say on Dark Knight, what doesn't kill you makes you stranger. So I'm not calling it strange, but I'm calling it another level of confidence, another level of completion in his life. So he's
Yeah,
going through that, and he's gonna be a different type of dude when he's out there on that court. You know,
yeah, for sure.
I want him to. I want him to be a more fierce player.
He's still pretty young, so it's like maybe
Hmm.
just heal a little quicker than most people that had them at the age, later age. But
Hmm.
good game. Found out like the Celtics got like two, three big athletic big men on the team that out of nowhere that's been balling, and why the Bulls can't get one for nothing. But
Mm-mm.
Kobe was out there balling out there,
Do you
hooping.
really believe that the Bulls are playing to win?
This team, what they got, yeah,
Let me
but
say this. Let me say it a different way. Do you
or
really
you talking about
believe that
the
this
organization?
organization
No, no.
is playing to win?
No, we know he not.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
bro, we right where we at. We 23 and 23. They right where they need to be.
Yep.
Right in the middle.
That's where they're
They
gonna
don't want
be.
nothing more. As long as the tickets sell at the game, as long as we keep selling out every game and being in the top five in attendance in the league, the motherfuckers ain't won it since Jordan or when Derrick Rose was back on the team. So nah, man. The Bulls is globally well known. Merchandise, well known, still top 5, 10 in the league. Yeah, we're not. But I mean, unless he set a team, but like he started, we know we ain't happy with like the team what it is now. Like
We are
he know
we are
like
not we are
we
not.
have to
But
make like we they know we have to make trades this up and coming trade deadline. Um,
Reinsdorf know that, man. He don't care about that shit, man.
like like, he had to he had to put a
Them ticket sales still jumping. He
he had to
good.
put a he had to put a stop to like people coming in with sell the team signs and all that. And that's how you know motherfuckers sick of this bullshit. So
Absolutely. This is this is a type of situation where you're looking at it and you're going, this dude to bring Zion Williamson or John Moran in here
at this point, like if you go if
for
Phillips
ticket sales
season,
though.
yeah,
For ticket sales, he'll bring one of them in here, and in a
yeah,
couple years they'll be gone.
exactly. But I mean they've been playing a lot better the last few weeks. Hopefully they can build some trade values. Jalen Smith, since he put on like 10, 15 pounds of Smith muscle, it filled him out better, and he's been balling a little bit. He's been more of a force on the defensive end and
Okay.
offensive end.
Okay.
And ever since we started him at the four, which I've been saying for years, like we need, I think the best way of winning is to legit have a traditional starting lineup in your like you have a center, you have a power forward, you have a small forward, shooting guard, center. I mean point guard, not three, four forwards, one point guard. Actually, maybe four forwards, one power forward, three small forwards. Just positionless, basketball. Because it just, I think that the dynamics, the angles of the court, make the gameplay flow in that favor as you have a legit four instead of like a underguard small four playing the four.
Concerning the Bulls, what is the lineup that you would put out there?
Well, honestly, if I'm GM, I'm trading Vooch right tonight or by the fifth for an athletic big man. But if you're talking about the team with the as constructed right now, you got Vooch at the five, Jalen Smith at the four, Modest Buzz at three. Now you can go Giddy and Kobe at one and two.
Mm.
Probably realistically, I mean, I like Trey Jones as my point guard,
Mm-hmm.
and you really want Kobe because he brings the offense. Giddy needs to come off the bench because of defensive liabilities, but he does set up the offense as well, though. But right now, he's coming back from injury. That's why he's been coming off the bench and like having limited minutes. But I'm having Buzez in my three, Jalen Smith in my four, Vooch in my five. But if I can trade Vooch, get an athletic big man as my five that has a defensive presence, Jalen Smith at the four, Miles at three. You got Kobe and Josh at the one and two, or if you don't trade one of them already.
Okay.
But we just need to be bigger because we always been like a small team with just Vooch. and we got three centers this year, but like only one he been hurt. Zach Collins he been hurt, but we paying 18 million some reason for him.
Mm,
Um, Jalen Smith, like I said, he been stepping up. Like I was thinking about trading. 'Cause they was calling him Sticks 'cause he was skinny and like frail, but he
mm.
put on some weight. So I was like, he actually looking a lot better, and like he can probably get traded for something. But I don't like I don't like Vooch not Vooch. I don't like Miles Boots at the four because most of fours are bigger, stronger, and cause him to get into foul trouble real quick.
Yeah, he looks like a solid dude, but he looks like he should be more of a three spot, which isn't bad. Like it
No,
really
yeah,
says
but
like his
that's his natural position.
yeah, it looked like his game is just set up for to be playing the
Cause
three spot
he can
as a
dribble,
point guard.
he can pull up the court and go through some slash through some
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like get a legit four, like get a athletic five big center that can defensively make an impact. Your four be a power forward, but he can score inside and out. Maybe stretch four. Miles Buzelis. If you're gonna stick with Giddy, then him and then Kobe, and then the rest of the bench you got balance out too.
And if it was me, let me say this also. I like Buzelis, but if I could get a guy out there who I didn't have to, who was low maintenance, and he could just guard the best guy on the other team at 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", like I would like something like that as a player. And then maybe my center does score, or maybe the other two or three players that are out there, they do score, they do put up numbers, like something like that. Just I would want it to be constructive and free flowing at the same time. I want the whole concept of that as a team. I would want that to work out when these guys are out there playing. So definitely, but having a center, of course, but that power forward or that three, like I would want them to kind of like be there but not be there. If you understand what I'm saying. So like three, let me be a 3 and D guy, or because I don't in that situation, if you got two great guards, it's limited ball time for everybody. So like he got to be the forward got to be like a 3 and D guy to me.
Yeah, they're like stretch four, 3 and D, or like
Yeah,
play some type of defense, and then
yeah.
like can score a little bit. That's why like if you do get like my five, like the physical guy, he don't got to necessarily score, but I would like I have like a little back down game or
Mm-hmm.
a little jump hook or something to like
Yeah.
when you within 5, 10 feet, or you should be able to automatically dunk the ball into the rim. So alley oops as well. That's what we missing with our offense is like Vooch can't jump, so it's like his all his game is back to the basket or a 3 pointer
Mm-hmm.
midi.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's not just that. It's like he offensively he can bring it, but like he don't. Sometimes he don't take advantage of mismatches. Sometimes they don't find they find him for the mismatch, so it ain't all on him. But my really complaint with Vooch, I fuck with Vooch, but my biggest complaint is on the defensive side.
What is it?
He don't move his legs. He don't move his feet. And then perfect game. I want to get into it later, but like yesterday when we was playing the Lakers, couple to one his attitude when like he don't get fouls, he fuss about it at
At
the
the
refs,
refs? Yep.
and the other team got the ball. They going the opposite
They
side.
gone. They gone.
They gone. So you giving up points, you giving up the runs, and then when he really get like you, when he really feel like you're not getting no fouls, he makes hissy fits. He stop playing. He don't care.
He takes that
It's,
slow jog up the court and everything. Yep.
And you cause it, and that's the thing. When he did that yesterday, he caused it at the time where we both was down. We was coming back, and we was finna take the lead or take the lead. Had a nice little run, nice little momentum. That happened. Those things happened, and caused for Lakers to come back down, open three or fast break dunk, and just messing up the flow of the game for us, and like just putting us back to where we had to try to get another run going. But I'm gonna talk about that game in a minute. But back to the Celtics Bulls game, great game. It was a team effort. I think 8 players out of 8 players had double digits, scoring. And it was just one of those games, like I said, the basketball guys looking down for on us with Derrick Rose in the and a bunch of former Bulls players there, but also just there for the retirement of his jersey. Did you see the retirement jersey ceremony at all?
No, sir, I did not. I feel like an idiot. I did not see it.
Oh, great! This the one thing they did do is they have it on NBA like app and or whatever channels and stuff, but a great ceremony, man. They had Taj come out there talk. They had Joe King, they had Luol Deng, they even had Tom Thibodeau come out there and talk. I didn't even know who he was at first. I'm like, who that white man with the bald head? But like, it was
Mm-hmm.
Tom. He's lost so much weight and stuff, so I couldn't tell. But everybody, they had Kiki Palmer singing and stuff. But they showed some love. Mother was crying low key. On the court. Derrick Rose out there crying. Everybody showed love, respect. It was with the like -10 degrees that night, or 1 degree out there. It was beautiful, man. Like as a Chicagoan, D Rose fan, watching him grow up, like to see that coming from a guy from Chicago who did everything the right way, was humble, was respectful, didn't talk trash on the court, but showed you action wise what he could do, and then just also just man, just the way he ran the city with the championships at Simeon back, 2 years, went to Memphis, get drafted by his home team, youngest MVP, did so much stuff, and then to see his name go up there with the best, Bob Love,
Mm.
Michael Jordan,
Mm.
Scottie
Scotty.
Pippen, Jerry Sloan. It's only five people now, and
That's
those were
it.
the five.
That's it.
And that was his thing. But now it's like after that, people is the reaction is like everybody like what we was talking about last time, who's bigger, MJ or Derrick Rose. But it's also like a lot of people on social media just like hating it, like not hating, but like they just say they question like, why the hell is Derrick Rose jersey getting put in the rafters? What he do? He ain't win a championship. He ain't do. I'm like that don't. Bob Love didn't give us a championship. Jerry Sloan didn't bring us a championship. So I don't know. You good?
No, I'm good. You good. You
Okay.
good. You good. Keep
They
on
like,
going. I'm
but
pressing the wrong camera.
but,
That's all.
but is it what you did to the impact to the team itself, culture? I mean, he has done a lot of things. Brought back relevancy to the city or that team, especially after Jordan when we were struggling to find that. So, but I mean, people
It's been
like
a very long road, man, and we appreciate D Rose for his accomplishments and what he did on the court for the city of Chicago. Not just the city that he played for, but the city where he grew up in, Inglewood. What's happening?
yeah. So and then now a lot more podcasts, other people are asking the question like, who was bigger to MJ or Derrick Rose? Like bigger MJ. You could maybe say Derrick Rose maybe more important to see or respected, but that's it depends on it's generational for me.
It is generational, but I also think
37 and down, it might be Derrick Rose depending on how you
yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, I think that's what, if you ask people, who knows more about, but I'm not expecting everybody to understand what Michael Jordan did,
Hmm.
but a lot of people are walking around in his shoes. And the fact that you are wearing Michael Jordan shoes, MJ 23, the fact that you are wearing his shoes should tell you enough about the guy who did play for the city, who wore number 23 at 6'6", 190 pounds, and at one point 212 pounds, whatever it was when he was working out and staying in shape. That says a lot about that guy who won 6 championships and 10 scoring titles and 10 or 11 defensive titles as an all-star first NBA defender. Like there are a lot of things that were accomplished by that one guy. And I understand the other side of the coin where people say Derrick Rose is the guy for the city. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He from here.
I'm like, man, like you have to been like really been down there with it, like
Like you really had to see what
grew
was
up
going
watching
on.
him, seeing
Yeah.
him, looking for his games every day to see him, a dude rugged from the south side of
Yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah.
come from
One
nothing, literally.
yeah.
Like he had to hoop to get his family out the gym.
Yeah.
Think like he took his brothers with him. He took his whole family with him. The same people that was
Yeah.
there from the beginning is there from the end.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, and then like he's relatable. Like we was right there. He's touchable. Like, and when we do see him, like he can walk down in Chicago, no problem. One of the few people that in this city that can do that.
That's it.
Like you don't have to worry about like anything happening to him.
That's
So
that's
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 where like
gold.
he's revered, but like I said, it's tremendous. Like people around my age and the younger who's like in watched the stuff, who knew it, yeah. But like you said, there's kids that probably never seen a Jordan game or highlight, but they got his shoes on.
Very true. Very, very true.
So that's where it's like, But like, it's just generation. It depends on who you ask, and then like, but if you going off pure like business, yes, Jordan is global.
That's a fact. That is a big fact. So that's why people argue with me. It's like, oh, what? Why would you choose? Man, I'm saying Michael Jordan because I saw what Mike did. I know what he did. I know about his rings and I know about his championships, but because Derrick Rose is from him, from here, I understand why people giving Pooh the nod and the go ahead to say that he is that
And
guy for the
it,
season.
but
And you can't even be mad at that. Like there's nothing to really be mad at. It's
and that's
just
the thing, like,
preference.
and that's a honestly, that's a big thing to me. Like, even though, yeah, like he ain't did the exact same thing Jordan did in career wise, or had that same opportunity to do that. He's from Chicago. He's from the crib. Like, why wouldn't you think? And then like he is like, he only got one MVP, but he is still the youngest MVP. Like, it's gonna be a minute until somebody break that. Like the next best person to do that is Wemby. And if he got what one more year until he turned 22. So it's
Hmm.
like unless he do that next year, it's gonna be a minute until you see somebody that wins.
Yeah,
Look, think about MVP at 22 years young, dog.
that's
Like,
crazy.
he didn't even hit his prime of his career.
No,
Like, he
he didn't
never
even enter it. Like he didn't even
exactly.
get there.
So just imagine, not saying we was gonna
He
win
was
five.
he was 3 or 4 years away from being that guy.
Like, he wasn't even a complete player, and he still won that bitch. Just imagine what if he had that chance. He was, I swear he would have been the best point guard ever, like the greatest. Like, if you ever heard the D Rose flu, like motherfucker was ducking D Rose
Yeah,
to play him. I seen him, gave CP3 hell, and that man got hurt, pulled a hamstring, had to leave.
yeah. I heard about people catching the rose flu, um, the night before the night before they
Multiple.
played. Yeah, I heard about people catching the rose flu, nights before the games. You know what I mean? Like no one wanted to stand in front of that guy and deal with him because they said he was powerful, and he wasn't just powerful, but he was fast, he was quick, he was agile, he was nimble, he could do any and everything out there on the court. And I heard about those conversations and those talks, and I've listened to people say it on different podcasts, like, yo, on any given night, dude to drop 20 on you, but it ain't the 20 that it ain't just the 20, it's how he got the 20. 3 or 4 dunks here and there. There's a block, you know what I mean? There's a couple good shots. There's a jump shot. There's a set of jump shots in the paint and everything where he's 19 and in or whatever. And then just listen to them talk about it, and you know that they appreciate this dude and who he is and what he stands for. So again, I say salute to Derrick Rose, salute to his parent. I mean, salute to his brothers, and
Man,
salute to his mom and
shout
dad.
out
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna mess that up, but salute to his parents and everything. For raising him up and raising up such a good kid. God bless him and his family going forward. And with the new Rose flower shop or flower business that they have going on. Salute, salute, salute.
he having like a great post retirement career. Like, he's doing these road shops and stuff, and like giving back to the city and like helping out. Being more like talking, like being more, be able to reach out to him and have an interview or like conversation. Like, we didn't see that there when he first came in the league. He barely talked.
Mm-mm. Yep.
So to see that
Yep.
growth and see how where he came from and how he was able to manage everything. That's another thing. Just the way all he been through and still come out strong, bro. You gotta love that. You gotta commend that. So that's why we rock with him. Shout out to D Rose. Number one, ain't nobody rocking that jersey unless PJ Rose come to the team.
That's it. That's it. Ain't nobody wearing that jersey ever again.
Shit, not even being the bull, he had the number one like as a jersey for all these years.
And we'll come over there and steal off your ass being in the boo. You better get it together, boo.
Now he wearing number 99. He's like, shit, I got 99 problems, but one ain't one.
Yeah, you don't want that problem, dude.
So then yesterday, Bulls played the Lakers.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
let's get his backstory. Last year, Bulls played the Lakers twice. We went to LA, get their ass a 30-piece chicken with mild sauce. Beat their ass in LA up 30. Won by 30.
No.
They came to Chicago.
No.
I went to this game. Game that they should have won. They was up 10 in the third, fourth quarter. We came back pretty much within the last minute and a half, down five, end up, taking the lead, but they end up getting the last minute layup by Austin Reeves.
Mm.
Josh Giddey hit a full half court
Heave.
buzzer beater three at the end of the game. We
Mm.
win. So I'm thinking like, all right, they gonna come in. They gonna be ready to go because they gonna be motivated because they got swept last year. They got smacked at home and got beat on a last minute shot that got talked about all year. Was considered the best shot or play all year.
Mm.
So I'm sure they coming in with some little they had the game circled. They're like, we ready.
Yeah.
So man, my guy reminded me this was yesterday. Yesterday was January 26th. Anybody remember what that happened on January 26th? 4 5 years ago, Kobe Bryant died. So this is the anniversary of Kobe Bryant. So when he said that, I was like, oh damn. That mean,
I'm not proud.
do you remember where you were when you found out Kobe had died?
I was at home.
I was at Valois, eating.
That was in the afternoon.
Yes, like late, like early afternoon because Valois closed at 3, so they had it between 12 and 3, or 11 and 3.
Damn, I can't
I
remember.
was at Valois, bro, eating halfway, like halfway through it.
Yeah.
I get
Mhm.
text my phone. I see the things say Kobe died.
Bro, I
I
think I
get
was home. Keep on going. Keep talking.
thing is, I know people around in the Valois got the same thing, and they saw that, and you just see everybody was just like, "What the fuck?" And bro, it that killed my appetite. I couldn't eat no more. I was that sad and like
Because
that.
there were college games going on.
So that's how I remember. I was literally at Valois eating, and I couldn't eat no more because that just threw my whole appetite off. And then everybody at Valois was like, "What?" Like couldn't believe it. Like what the like, and everybody was somber, down, just like sad. So that
There
was
were
crazy.
there were college games on, and I remember when it happened, they were trying to tell some of those guys that Kobe had went on. He had transitioned, and it was one after one of those guys had like a really good game, and they were talking to him, and his coach walked up, he tapped him, and he was telling people, he was leaning over, and people were like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, they're telling him live on TV," and he told the player what happened. He said, "Wait, what did you say?" He said, "I don't get." He said, "Wait, are you serious?" Like you could just see, like he was having like that the moment of denial where he couldn't believe it. So the coach just told him again. He's like he whispered in his ear, and you just saw the guy break. He just broke down in his coach's arm. I was like, yeah, that hurt, and it really hurt. I think it hurt everybody, man.
Yeah,
But this is how strong the backing is for Kobe Bryant. LA really showed up for dude, man. They showed up as like, no, Kobe wasn't hated here, man. Kobe was loved. Kobe was really doing stuff in the different communities around the LA area. Like really, we really rallied behind this dude and we not just supported him, but he was okay to come to any community. Like Kobe really had love out there, dude.
yeah. No, yeah, bro. Like respected it, like out there, especially out in LA.
Big time in LA. Like this dude was loved. Like he was like a homeboy to them. You know understand? You understand what I'm saying? So when that happened, like that was really like a part of their culture and a brother and a friend and a cousin and uncle that was really taken away from them. Only thing I didn't like was the way that TMZ put that information out there, and they just said, "Just breaking news: Kobe Bryant just died," without the wife confirming it or letting her get herself together, because she's gathering the details and she's trying to find out if it's actually true and everything.
Yeah.
And they ripped that away from her, and they didn't even allow her to process that. You know,
Like that was some. I was praying that was a false. Like I hope they got that wrong, like a motherfucker. I was hoping.
you want them to get that wrong so bad, bro.
I thought Vanessa was gonna come out. No, he's all right. We're good. But then when they said he got in a helicopter, I was like, ooh, he did love those helicopters. And it just sucked that he had his daughter with him, Gigi, and like a couple other people that was part of the team and family.
God bless everybody that died in that in that helicopter
Helicopter.
crash. God bless everyone who died in
It's
that
just
copter crash.
what makes it worse. It just
All the
it can
families, man. God bless all the families.
And it just it worse makes it worse. It could have been prevented. Like it was a bad day to fly a helicopter anyway, and they still went through with it. It's just tough. So that's why like when I get on the plane or anything, when people like it's taking so long, I'm like, nah, let them take as long as they want.
As
Figure
long
this
as they
out. Make
need.
sure let's make sure that it's all good.
Yeah,
But
because
even
from
with
what
that,
I
that
what
was
I
just
what I understand, it was a foggy area, foggy patch
yeah,
that they
very
went
foggy.
through.
Like it was
Yeah,
like a foggy day for some reason in California, LA.
yeah,
And
and
it
the
was
route
just
that he took was just bad.
bad. So yeah, rest in peace to them. But I was like I was saying, like the anniversary of Kobe was yesterday. They had not only motivation from last year being swept, getting gamed on, had the motivation of Kobe Bryant anniversary being that day. And I swear, you ever seen the movie Six Man with Marlon Wayans and Kadeem Hardison?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was last night. The Bulls lost because the Lakers was playing out of fucking body. They was playing like some bro. I ain't never seen a team so motivated and just like so geek. And then like they weren't doing anything special. Like they weren't playing like the best defense. They playing good defense, but like we was just playing rush out of order. The worst turnovers of all time. Like we had some of the dumbest turnovers last night. And like even still with all that, we still had a chance to come back and we took the lead or in the third quarter. But just this is where Vooch come in two times, one in the first half and one in the second half is when he had bitch fits because didn't get the foul and he didn't get back on defense or he didn't box out or he just looking around and letting these little guards bully him. Like, bro, I'm tired of it. Like, you just big for nothing out there, man. Like,
I mean, he really is now that DeMar DeRozan is gone and he doesn't have his running mate out there on the court. Um, now that DeRozan is out of the way, you're not seeing the best performance. I mean, he's giving you his averages, but the hustle and the intensity out there, it just isn't there. So,
bro,
if we got to get rid of him, do you think that Boston is a good landing spot for him?
after seeing what kind of centers they had on their bench and needing that same athletic ability and defensive prowess. Trade well enough for Vooch right now. I'll give him away right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they get Boston got something that they can give us for him, man, we need to go ahead and take him and see let him
That's a
work it
good
out.
idea.
Yeah,
But
send him to Boston.
if we can't
Send
get
him
it
to
from nowhere
Boston.
else, I'm trying to think who else got like a center that we might want. Like Miami got this dude named Khalil Ware that I would love. Or if they don't like Bam, we'll take Bam right off their hands. But man, I'm saying like, and that's why I say we need to actually a big minute on the defensive end. There's so many possessions that we can keep or get rebounded or like if
Mm-hmm.
because I've seen it if Vooch just box his person out or if he
Mm-hmm.
just do move his feet and just gather a rebound or make players like switch recover on pick and rolls that could stop so many plays or offense for the other team, or we can get the turnover, or it can change the outcome of the game so much if we take advantage of those without his slow feet moving ass. So I rock with him.
He be lumbering down the court too, man. Brr.
Lumber like when he on fire, when he hot, he killing. When he act like when he get the ball early and he going, he active on defense for some reason. So it's like when you get him going, which I always say, well, you should play through him inside and out, him and Kobe,
Mhm.
but. Until we get that athletic big person, and then like a couple of things.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. So this game, literally, Lakers playing out of body like a motherfucker. Luca had like 46 or 49, which is
Mhm.
expected. Like Luca gonna Luca. It's the re-
He definitely is.
it's the rest of the bums that I don't want to see go off. Like I mean, Rui Hachimura took him 6, 7 years to finally become a reliable shooter and scorer, but he did that last night. He killed us. Then
Yeah.
you had, oh my god. This weak ass motherfucker, Jackson Hayes, the backup center for the
That
Lakers.
motherfucker did an end game, was it East Bay dunk? Yo,
Bro,
fam.
he took cookies, stole the ball, fast break on his own, East Bay between the legs, dunk. And I said, you ain't gonna never see him do that the rest of the season. Motherfuckers played out of body last night, bro. That's what
That's
I'm
all.
saying. Like,
That's all.
like, and it was Kobe Bryant giving like, hey, y'all gonna win on my night. Just like how we won against the Celtics on Derrick Rose night.
Yeah.
The basketball guys and Kobe himself was like, all right, we gonna get the Lakers this win because y'all busted, swept them last year, bust their ass, in the most ridiculous ways. We're gonna give him this one in Chicago.
And it was just like them shooting that Kobe and D Rose commercial. I got more rings than you. D Rose kind of froze. He said, "Yeah, I can't say
Can't
no."
mess with that.
Yeah,
So yeah. And they was playing the mess out when it was the Christmas game. They kept playing the mess out that Chicago Bulls win against the Lakers. So I guess we was talking too much crap then. But yeah, man, motherfucking Lakers out of body experience, out of body win. It's all good. We'll see y'all in LA. We got to come to LA anyway. So fuck the Lakers, bro. LeBron James had like 20 points in the first half. I don't think he scored the rest of the game. He gassed out like we thought. I already knew. Some dude named Lorena, Lavinia, or some
Laravia,
shit.
Laravia.
Arabia, his puss ass. He out there scoring. I was pissed. That game blew me. I was like, man, I was pissed. I started roasting that shit. Like 6 man, Kadeem Hardison, Marlon Wayans looking motherfucker. Playing that everybody yesterday. But it's all good. We gotta get back on the winning streak anyway to get, move up in the standings. But
Yeah,
fuck them weak ass bum ass Lakers.
trash ass, garbage juice, garbage pail juice ass Lakers.
And
Son
I
of a
want
bitch.
I want to give a shout out to somebody too. Who been killing lately?
Name him.
I'm trying to think. Somebody I meant want to mention that somebody been balling lately besides Jalen Brown. But I don't know. Fuck it.
Okay.
Uh, I was gonna say who else? Anything else on the list? That's all I got for now. But damn, what was that? Oh yeah. So it was asking like who bigger in a city or like which player is bigger. We
Okay.
said MJ and Derrick Rose. Which player is bigger? Which player is bigger in Philly? Kobe Bryant or AI?
Mm, yo.
That's tough. Kobe from Philly, but AI put on for
AI.
Philly.
I'm going with AI.
Yeah, and
AI was AI not only represented the city, represented for the city, and he played for that team, but he also changed the culture of the way basketball was. And I finished watching that Amazon documentary. Have you seen it?
the Amazon one. I don't think I
Yeah,
saw it. I'm
pretty
not
damn
about.
good. It's actually him. It's actually him and his
Okay,
family
that's
talking on
the
that
that's the
one.
more new one then. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Um, AI definitely because you see them talking about the culture shift and how he said, "Man, I changed. I didn't know I was going to change the way things was." He's like, "But I was only being myself, and my whole thing was to say, fuck it. Like, y'all don't want me to be myself. Y'all want me to be something I'm not, which is what people sometimes want you to be. They want you to change who you are for nothing, just because they don't like the way you are." And his whole look and wearing the earrings and having the sleeves on and wearing the baggy pants was his actual culture and where he came from. And if it's something that you disagree with and you don't like, suck it. Like, move on. Like, don't pay attention to him. But the dude was already a made man in the league. He's already done what he was supposed to do, and he wasn't gonna stop. Like, why am I gonna stop being this way because this is what got me here? He goes through the man when you watch it, man. He goes through the story of John Thompson and how he got the crossover and everything else. You know, he did all that stuff and he explains it, and the other people, the other players are explaining everything for you, and they're laying it out for you why he did what he did. And he goes on to say, he's like, I wasn't trying to change anything for you guys to like me. He's like, but what he did say was, I paid the ultimate price for that because they hated me. They hated me. He said they hated me for so long. He
Yeah,
said there was only certain people who knew what I was going through, who I could depend on. He said so. I ate that. I had to eat that. I don't know if he actually said it, but I'm paraphrasing. He said I ate that bowl of shit. You understand? Understand? I ate that. And I had to take that because they ridiculed me. And now when you look up, you see all the players, they tattooed up, they got sleeves on, they doing the same things that I was doing.
it's,
They wearing the braids, they got the headbands, they doing the same exact stuff that I was doing back then that they said there was a problem for guys to do. And now when you see all these guys on the court and they're dressed like that, he said it makes me feel good about myself to let me know that I endured that and I took that on and I
yeah,
persevered through that just to watch these guys hoop now And he said the game, like the guys are a lot better now. He said, but when you're watching them, you're watching those guys who are copies of what I did. And it's true. Like I'm looking at the game right now. These guys got on more sleeves than a t-shirt. You understand? Than an octopus. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
you looking at him like, yo, this is it's crazy now. It's crazy, but he did that to affect the game, and not only did he affect the game, but when you said in his city, of course he did it in that city. That's the easiest part, bro. And he wasn't too far away from where he actually is from in Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? So that whole East Coast situation was nailed down by him. But he changed the game of basketball globally and locally, regionally, whatever you want to say. Like, so AI is a culture shifter. And I did that with another podcast and somebody else. And we talked about that. AI is a culture shifter. He changed the way the game is played. He changed the way that the players can dress and be comfortable when they're not in the game, like when they're sitting on the sideline. Why am I wearing a suit to a game? Why am I dressed up in a suit for a game? Shouldn't the coaches and the players be able to come in and wear the attire that they feel is appropriate? Why do we have to wear shirts and ties and all this other stuff when we're not at a corporate dinner or anything? So salute to AI. So I'm gonna stick with AI. Say it's him.
Okay. I'll give you one more. I think I know the answer though, but who bigger than LA? Paul Pierce, Kobe Bryant.
Who's bigger than LA? I'm gonna say between Kobe Bryant and Paul Pierce. I'm gonna say Kobe Bryant is bigger than LA.
Yeah. I mean, LA, Paul Pierce from LA, played in high school there.
He did, but
That's the only
Kobe
thing
Bryant,
is he played for the
Boston
rival.
Celtics. Yeah, exactly. And Kobe bought 5 rings there. You know, three
Yeah.
with Shaq, two with Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, and those guys. So
Who you
Kobe
think
was able to pull that off.
who you think bigger between Shaq and Kobe in LA? I mean,
They're probably equal.
yeah,
They're probably equal. Like
yeah,
what they said was that Kobe, you wouldn't even notice it was Kobe because he would be covered up or whatever it is. I don't know if that's actually true, but I believe Kobe was outside, in his regular vehicles, and he just had security or whatever. So
yeah.
yeah, I think Kobe and Shaq was probably tied as far as being the biggest guys out there. Any more?
Let's say right now, but I think it's some other ones if I
All right.
feel like it.
Let me get my G off real quick. In a game of 21, who do you have? Kevin Garnett, Chris Webber, Rasheed Wallace,
Ooh,
Tim Duncan,
and
and the last guy that I'm gonna pick will be let me see, Chris Webber, Rasheed Wallace, Tim Duncan. Who was the other one? Tim Duncan, Rasheed Wallace, Chris
AG.
Webber, Kevin Garnett, and a guy that I don't hear people talk about that often, Sharif Abdul Rahim. In the game of 21, who you got?
I'm narrowed down to two already. I already know Rasheed Wallace and KG. Both
Mm,
both of them gonna talk shit, gonna get in your head.
mm.
Both got. I think I'm gonna give it to Rasheed because I think he got the more back, playground style hooping, talking shit. He can shoot the best. I think all of them. Like the 3-pointer, he got it mid range. Him and KG and C Web. I think actually all of them. Tim Duncan, Sharif. I think Sharif. He cold. I think he might be. I ain't gonna say undersized. Like he probably shorter than him and C Web probably the same height. But I think he was tough. I think they stronger though. They might be stronger about, but he a low key one. He a low key one. He
Yeah,
keeps cold. The Vancouver Grizzlies Sharif was cold. Him and
he
Mike
was.
Bibby
He was.
was a nice little
He was.
put together. But I got KG and Rashid. KG, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Rashid,
Mm-hmm.
my boy. That's the thing. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
man, Rashid Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
In the game of 21, sir.
Like, my heart want to say KG.
Mm-hmm.
I think my mind want to say Rashid. Like, just I think he's gonna have to better. He gonna be able to hit better jump shots than everybody else. Like three. If you playing ones and twos somehow,
Mm-hmm.
some way,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it'd be Rashid. If outside shot matters, but KG just for like everything, like get in your head, rebound, play some defense, blow past you, lay it up. You know, high energy, don't get tired. On some Kevin Gates type shit. What about you? Who you got?
So there's another guy that I would like to trade out and put somebody and put in there, and of course it would be Dirk, right?
Damn,
Right.
Dirk.
So Sharif Abdul Rahim, and then you got and take him out and put in Dirk, or just throw Dirk out there on the court
We
with
might as
them.
well just make it a six
Yeah,
on.
make it a six. Yeah, let's make it a six man, like a six man.
Dirk would definitely give all of them hell.
Yeah,
I just think when it come down to like him have to put the ball on the ground, unless he just me just go straight to his moves and posts and like shooting on everybody. What they that's the thing. He can shoot on everybody too though.
yeah, 7'1".
So man,
Dirk had enough moves to get where he wanted to on the court.
but I think with 21, you gotta have to be able to handle the rock a little bit and be able to sleep through some things. So that's why I think KG will come through with that. If it's on like a regular basketball court, KG. If we
Mm-hmm.
outside on the block,
Mm-hmm.
down the street, Washington Park, Jackson Park or something,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
give me Rashid or
Okay.
Wallace. My
Okay.
motherfuckers on the corner smoking blunts, drinking 40s. And Rashid Wallace.
No one's looking at Tim Duncan as that guy in this situation, and
I mean,
that's why he
Tim,
got 5 rings.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. That's K.
I'll take Kevin Garnett.
I just don't see Kate like Tim Duncan just like having that energy, like want to deal with these niggas on on the
Yeah,
court.
not now, not now. He's done everything he was supposed to.
Yeah,
He done
so
it. He done it.
but I wouldn't expect him to lose though. He gonna give you motherfuckers hell too.
100%, 100% of years. Like all of them, everybody that was named is cold blooded.
Hmm.
Cold blooded guys. All those guys, cold blooded. So it wouldn't be no surprise to me if any one of those guys took over the game and made it happen, and it worked out that way.
Who give me some of the coldest white boys in the league to you, like just top like starting five of white boys that you would start in the league, right? If you had to start, if they gave you a team right now, but you're going to pick white boys throughout the history of the NBA, who you put on your starting lineup?
Dylon, 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 Dylon,
Yeah,
and
that's
Dylon.
a good start.
You know what I mean? Um, Historically, or just going through the history of these guys,
A
Chris
point guard.
Mullin,
Ooh.
um,
CM.
La- Chris Mullin, Larry Bird,
Yep.
yeah. Um, we need some dogs on the squad now. Chris Mullin, Larry Bird, Jerry West
Okay. You taking
at
it
the
back.
point. Yeah.
No Paul Arizon and then, Paul Arizon.
Mm-mm.
So you got Jerry, motherfucking Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Who you say with Jerry West, Larry Bird. Who else you say?
I don't know. I forgot already.
Was it
Jerry West, Larry Bird, Chris Mullin.
Oh yeah, Chris Mullins. So point guard, shooting guard, small forward.
Yeah. Yeah. In a prime and healthy,
Okay. Arvidas,
Arvidas Sabonis, and
Larry Bird, Christmas,
yeah.
and motherfucking. Man, I keep
No,
forgetting somebody.
I'm naming. I was waiting for you to stop counting. I mean, not counting, naming them, and then I'm gonna throw Dirk in there at the four.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll see Dirk, Larry for sure. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I could throw some motherfuckers out there too. Um, I mean, it's either like Jason Williams or my
Mm-hmm.
as my point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any cold white shooting guards besides like Chris? I mean, Chris might like 2, 3. Somebody else was in my head though. Who was a hooper?
Mm-hmm.
I get Andre Karolinko on you. AK-47.
Yeah,
He
but
was a
we
hoop.
yeah, okay. Okay. Okay.
But no,
AK-47. All right.
yeah, 'cause I mean,
I hear that.
who was my other point guard? Like it was Jason Williams. I had another point. I mean, I take it, loyal. I throw in Captain Kirk Heinrich. He was a tough son of a bun.
Mm.
If
Cold
I
ass
need a white,
white boy.
if I need a white boy to scrap or go toe to toe with somebody on the defensive end and set
And D
everybody
him
else
up.
up,
And D him up.
Kirk Heinrich up there for me. Larry Bird for sure in there. Dirk. Who was my center? Who was cool? Rick Smith was. I like this game. Rick
Rick Smith
Smith.
was nice. The Dunkin' Dutchman. He was nice. He was nice.
Oh yeah, Pistol Pete Maverick. Pistol Pete
Okay.
Maverick. He
Okay.
set the game. He set the game up. Petra. No, I mean, are we considered Europeans? I guess. Like
That's the guy I didn't name. Petra.
Petrovic, Dragon. Yeah. So, but I'm sure
Oh man.
there's some other white boys we missing too though. Like there's
Nah,
some.
that's the one that I definitely would have had on the squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, there was some nice little squad.
Yeah, that everything? Do we cover
Yep.
everything, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is another podcast. Uh, thank you for tuning in to Sports Punch, Folk Profits Podcast. I enjoyed this one. I was sitting here thinking about the other players I could make another lineup with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good. Let's probably think about it. We got to think about it next time,
yeah,
and or
yeah.
think about it until next time, and then I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm like, oh, all these other
Start
players
thinking
will
about
pop
everybody.
pop in.
Yeah, yeah. I like when it's impromptu because and abrupt because it puts you at a disadvantage and you really have to come up with the best people right then and there. So that's always a dope thing to do. Um, anyway, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done here. We thank you for tuning in. Continue to spread the word about the podcast as we continue to move forward. Keep too tall. Thank you for being a host on here and coming up with the idea. Appreciate you, brother.
Man, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
It's
We out.
Chicago, Nick. All right.